Welcome to Profiletraders. This is Reza and you're listening to my market analysis for February the 24th. We are looking at a chart of the S&P E-minis. And from the last report, when we approached 1945, I did state that market was becoming extremely overbought, and that we had almost 140 points rally from the lows of the 1800s that we reached not long ago last week, and that we were ready for a pushback. And indeed, from that level on, we got a 56 points drop. And as we came this morning, the overnight looked extremely bearish with a close at the very low, and then we opened, and the open brought a whole bunch of long liquidations down to the point where this naked POC, which was at 1886.75, almost got touched, and from that point on we saw a reversal, and then the buy program from one of these algorithmic firms kicked in, and it was a chainsaw massacre of everything and anything on its way, and all the shorts were just destroyed. I mean, brutally destroyed, murdered. We crossed through the whole range of the overnight without a single hiccup, broke the overnight high, reversed the entire range, and managed to close as we are right now around 1930. When the market is in this state, as I told my students in my trading room, you are not unfortunately trading. You are in the process of being involved in pure high-stake program trading, gambling. And when they take control over the market, you are witnessing what these little criminals with their unlimited amount of money, no oversight, no regulations, can do to this market when they decide to do it. So now on the daily, it is becoming very clear. On the daily, it is becoming very clear that if we were unable to break it down and bring it to the lower part of this big consolidation going from 1945 to 1800, once they're gonna pop it up above 1950, I can already tell you where price will go from that point on. You're gonna measure the leg from here to here, and then project it up from the low that we reached this morning, and that will call for the market to go towards 2050. That is, if they allow to break 1950. And I'm saying if they allow, it doesn't mean that they allow nothing. That means if one of the algorithmic billion-dollar crook thieves, they decide that that's what they want to do, that's what they will do. Regardless if there is a recession, regardless if there is a Chinese crash, regardless if there is a World War III, regardless if there is a big stone falling from the space on the face of Earth, it doesn't matter. If that's what they decide, that's what they will do. So get ready for it. If it crosses back through 1950, based on the last leg up projected from this low of today, market is calling for a 2050 on the upside. After that, what will happen or not happen, I do not know. But what happened today is really remarkable, and it's a reminder of how little this market can be trusted, and anything out of the thin air can happen. So obviously with today's action, you must get on your knees and admit that it was a full-blown victory for whoever manipulated to the upside. Therefore now main support becomes overnight high at 1920. We can come down, retest 1920. If it continues to hold it, then it's a matter of time that they're gonna bring it up to test that 1939 POC, and then obviously the famous high of 1945, 1950. And once that level broken, adios. We are going to 2050 and everything will be rosy and everything will be glorious. Wall Street will be making their billions, and all these concerns and worries that were floating around with the slowing down of the economies, the Chinese, the Europeans, the American economy almost flat with risk of going into recession, all that out the door, into the toilet. So looking very bullish based on today. Now, will this be reversed overnight or not? That I do not know. I don't have a crystal ball, but I can only rely on what the market is showing. And right now with the close at the very high, it is showing that the buyer took control, and now market is in a definite state of an up move with a very bullish close. 1920 is support 1. After that, we have a very minor support at 1916 and a half. If this doesn't break hold, then we're gonna probably come down, clean up these single J's, and the next level of support will be at 1909, and then 1905.75, this POC down here. On the upside, POC up there at 1939, then 1945 and 1950. The exact same thing happened with oil. It was looking very, very bearish during the overnight. The Saudis even talked about letting price of oil drop to $20. I tweeted the article to anyone who's logged in and member of my Twitter account. And after they brought it down initially, we tried couple of times to break the overnight low, but because the overnight low did hold and they couldn't bring in new sellers to continue the down move, as soon as ES reversed and the oil reserves report came out, this thing also completely turned around, crossed through the entire overnight range, entered yesterday's value area, smashed through the POC, and finally ended up going and finding a bit of a resistance at the previous session middle at 32.30. Now what can we look for the upside? The level of resistance to the upside at this stage is 32.6, then 33, then 33.55, and finally 33.85. In terms of support right now, the bottom of this rotation is your main support, 31.70. We do break that. I think it should easily drop to 31.20, and if 31.20 doesn't hold, we should go retest today's low at around 30.55. So very volatile, very unstable, very aggressive. You have to be dead on from where you conduct business from. In my opinion, only remain in trades that you see an initial positive response, an immediate positive response on your trade. If any trade that you take starts to drag and shows hesitation and lack of immediate response, bail out, because no matter how wide you can put a stop at, this kind of volatility can still come and get you and totally destroy you. Very challenging market, very dangerous market. You all should be extremely cautious trading it. With that said, we are done for today's analysis. If you wish to learn market profile, get some guidance during the day when you trade, You can join my trading room, get all my courses from my website. You get 5 courses and a year to my trading room membership for $9.50, 30 days money back guarantees. And that's from profiletraders.com. Thank you for listening, and to the next time.